Everyone, welcome to another Cats and Rats NHL After Dark. I'm your host, Kirby Lupo, joined alongside my co-host, Nick Levine and Cody Stevens. Cesar Lucero is away today. He's busy with some St. Patrick's Day parade. I think on a float or something. Somewhere
Big
else.
C's is just bigger than us, so let's just be real here.
Yeah, we always say that. But Big C should be back here for our playoff run. We're going to be doing live stream NHL playoff games. Make sure to lock in for that. We're going to be live tomorrow night, which will be Sunday night. Whenever you are watching this recording, Nick and I will at least be in the house, I believe, for the Seattle Kraken Florida Panthers game, gentlemen. We did have a scheduled guest here tonight. He is away. Captain Lou will be back with us down the road here. So maybe hopefully sometime in the playoffs, if the Red Wings do make the playoffs. That'll be in our segment 2 here, gentlemen. We do have our contest winner announcement a little bit later on here, so make sure to stay tuned for that after the break. But gentlemen, let's get into this right away. Nick, I know you have some stuff to share here. Radko Gudas and Austin Matthews aftermath. Cody, what are your thoughts here? Start us off.
Well, the Maple Leafs released this statement saying, and I quote, the Toronto Maple Leafs announced today that Captain Austin Matthews sustained a grade 3 MCL tear and quad contusion on March 12th during the second period of the team's game against the Anaheim Ducks. Matthews will be reevaluated in approximately 2 weeks. A further update will be provided at that time. He will miss the remainder of the 25-26 season. So basically, he has a torn MCL and a quad bruise. That's basically what I got out of that, because grade 3 is a tear.
And I just heard Elliot Freeman, guys, on not after hours, on whatever this segment's called. Can't think of the name of it right now. On Hockey Night in Canada, they said they're debating between surgery or not and when this may take place. So I think this is the latest update. This is from our guy here, Jersey Jim, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, we don't got
Nick,
you.
you're freaking muted.
Obviously, the aftermath of this is not only the injury to Austin Matthews in the Toronto Maple Leaf season, whatever the prospects there is, once again, the NHL Department of Player Safety had George Peros under scrutiny for only suspending Anaheim Ducks defenseman Radko Gudas for 5 games, which was, if you go back and look at the hit, we can't show it, but it was a nasty hit, stuck the leg out. And Kirby, we've talked about that in the past. Those types of hits, we've talked about the Nick Cousins hits. We talked about the Jackson Lacombe hit in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, Radko Gudas, I think this is the first time he's gotten suspended in 6 years or something like that.
Maybe about that time? Wow.
Like, I mean, I don't think he got suspended as a Florida Panther, if I'm remembering.
He never had any dirty plays as a Panther.
Well, it depends on who you ask. But this is a really bad hit.
Cody there. I am.
This is a really bad hit.
Now you can see it here on this freeze frame photo that Jim used here. This is where like the contact was really bad. You could see how Gudas's outside leg is extended away from his body in that 45, even more so free angle there.
Well, and he just comes flying across, and we've seen Radko Gudas over the years can kind of be a little reckless at times. Kind of just comes flying across, and we'll obviously talk a little bit about the Maple Leafs response here on the ice. But Austin Matthews' agent Judd Moldovar was asked about his response to the ruling. He says, quote, in light of the obvious severity of the play, I am disappointed and shocked the league would allow such a ruling. A phone hearing in 5 games is laughable and preposterous. While the process is set in our CBA, this was the discipline is reckless and ridiculous. This decision results in a further loss of confidence in the disciplinary process for all players. Players and fans deserve better. The players' safety department should be suspended. So, obviously, the fact that this is only 5 games, I know there's been a lot of talk about the history of Radko Gudas and a similar, if not worse.
How many games did they want him to get?
How many games did you guys want?
I had 7.
I had 6 to 10 range.
Yeah, I think if you would have said, I think the repeat offender thing probably closer to 10 would have been
more than Alechka with the 5.
Oh, thank you, Alechka.
We really appreciate it.
This would happen to any Panther player. The rest of the team would be. Yeah, this is what I want to get into here in a second, how the response of the Leafs was and the other teams were there. But Nick,
speaking on the games, I think the fact that he's a repeat offender, I think 10 games would have been more of an appropriate ruling. The fact that it wasn't even an in-person hearing shocked me a bit.
And that can only be a maximum of 5 when it's the phone hearing.
Correct. So, I mean, I think people have been suspended for less, much less, and there's been some questionable like severity of punishment. I think I forget what was it. It wasn't even a hit, but remember when David Perron got suspended for numerous games because he cross-checked somebody in the face?
I think that was Matthew Joseph.
Yeah, was it 4 games?
Something like that. And
Okay, I
Malka
think
just got
this was-
suspended for the 5 for smacking Darlene
Okay,
up the side of
I
the head.
think this is 10 times worse than that.
It
I
is,
mean,
but
I don't know how it got 5 games. The Maple Leafs and Austin Matthews' agent have a right to be pissed off. Also, separating the play and the disciplinary action from the league from the response by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Craig Berube had some interesting comments, like should have had four guys in there going after Gudas. Did mention that he liked the response from the team in the third period. They came back and won that game against Anaheim, but
was that Craig Berube going in the room and tearing a strip off of them?
well, that's probably what it was.
I feel for Craig Berube and all this. I really do, because if he's the guy that motivated them to come out there and get into some fights and get into some scrums and win the game, like he's coaching. He did not seem pleased after the game.
if
He doesn't buy that no one saw it, Cody.
yeah, like
the video doesn't lie either. You have like 3 guys looking right at it.
Definitely Nylander.
Yeah, but I mean, when Alexander Barkov got leveled in the playoffs here, next game, Aaron Ekblad took care of that.
But Cody, Aaron Ekblad and Huberdeau, guys that haven't been deemed tough over the years. If Barkov got laid out, I think to a point they're jumping in a lot more than Toronto. Now,
Huberdeau would jump in and Ekblad would. I never questioned that about them. I questioned everybody
even
else.
Huberdeau would have, I believe, to a certain level.
I mean, Ekblad jumped in like a couple weeks ago on somebody getting hit. I forget who it was. But he did jump in with somebody.
I can point you back to Alexander Barkov. Wasn't even a bad hit. He tripped, but it looked like he got hit by Chris Letang. And it was a 5-minute major, and then it got reversed into a 2-minute, and it shouldn't have even been a 2-minute. Then the Panthers spent the rest of that game after Letang, and it wasn't even a bad hit. It wasn't even Letang's fault. Barkov tripped, and Barkov came back. But Bennett and Tkachuk, they were on one. They were all over Chris Letang. And
just to jump in quickly here, Cody, Leaf fans and media have said the Panthers would jump in, the Tampa Bay Lightning would jump in.
I thought they don't like that.
They don't like it, so to speak, but they're admitting to it. And that's the problem.
They cannot like it all they want, but if the Maple Leafs played like that, they would love it. That's just how it is. It's just the Maple Leafs are always on the other side of it happening, where someone gets hit and no one gives a damn.
But Cody, like the problem is people are like, the media is too hard on the players, pushing them out of town. I agree with the media here. I tweeted out. I agree with the fan base being irate about it. I agree with our guy Zach Phillips, content creators, and Jay Rosehill. They're irate about it. It's on the players, and this is another situation in Toronto. It's on the players. It's not on the fans.
I also think the year that they've had, I mean, it's been, I know Panther fans.
Wouldn't you want to punch somebody in the face?
I mean, right? It's like they've had an atrocious year. I mean, everything has gone wrong from the Mitch Marner. They don't have. I know they've got some injuries, but they lost Game 7 last year. They've come back with a revamped roster. They were supposed to be tougher. It has not worked out. They've been one of the worst teams in the league, worst team in the Atlantic as it currently stands. No. And the one area that they were supposed to improve in gets tested here. Nothing really occurs. I mean, I just think, again, Elliot Friedman mentioned it, I think, on 32 Thoughts. The team's been shaken. The spirit's been shaken of that team. And I don't think it's just this.
The GM spirit is shaken after the trade deadline. He's despondent right now.
I mean, Kirby, I'll say this. It's not just this. It's the event, what has happened over the last year with the team's roster construction, how they have fallen off a cliff. The goaltending's gotten worse. Well, one goaltender has.
Wall's been playing better as of late right now.
Playing fine. Stolarz has fell off a cliff. They're talking about trading this guy and that guy. They're talking about Austin Matthews' future. Now you have questions of him going into the offseason. And it's just been an atrocious year for a team that had improved so much last
108
year.
Points last year,
I think even more than that.
They won the Atlantic last year.
They won the Atlantic, won a playoff round. They had a 2-0 series lead. They went to Game 7.
And that's not all because Mitch Marner's not there.
No.
people to say.
But you consider all the progress they had made from when Berube came into Game 7 of the playoffs, and then you take a look at what has happened over the last year, not only with the roster construction, but from where they were. They were a game away from beating the Florida Panthers, and now look at them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's atrocious.
And the excuses here is just like the Panthers lost Alexander Barkov, they lost Seth Jones. Those are two. Like
Kachuk was out for half the year.
We have not played a regular season game where Seth Jones and Matthew Kachuk are on the ice at the same time. We've never done it. We never played a regular season game.
You could go down the laundry list of guys that we miss for 10 plus games, right?
Like we have
Steve Dangle.
We haven't seen Barkov and Kachuk on the ice together for a regular season game since February of last year. That's how long it's been.
Over a calendar year.
It's going to be a season and a half at this point. But the thing is just.
But just in that comment to Fernando there, Cody, Leafs, people like Dangle, they're calling for guys' heads here. And you're going to see it the next game because I think Gudas will be in that game on the rematch. But Panther fans don't like this. Other fans don't like this when the Leafs are crying victim and crying wolf all the time. Now they're trying to go out there and now they're going to go take heads up. But that's not genuine. That's made up. That's manufactured, Cody.
Like they were going to go after Bennett after
I heard so much. Remember,
they didn't go after him once. That boy was untouched. But the thing is just when you talk about a team's toughness, the team's toughness comes through the damn star players of the team. You can bring in all the Ryan Reeves, Matthew Olivier's, Jonah Gadjevich's, all you want. If your star players are not willing to get their hands dirty or throw a hit or get into some scrums, you will never be successful in this league.
And this is where all three of us are on this. I understand the analytics. I was hearing Toronto media, and they were on the side of the eye test, the TSN Overdrive guys, and they were like, yeah, you can have the great goaltending and, the great scoring chances, all the slot chances, and you need those things. You need to score goals to win hockey games. But if you don't have that other element of culture, toughness, grit, push through, tenacity, the Leafs have not shown this ever. So this is not a surprise to Leaf fans. Leafs media. They have called them out on this repeatedly. And now this is just the biggest crux of it. And they even said, you never want a victim blame here. But they said, if Austin Matthews wasn't the one laying on the ice, it was someone else, he wouldn't have probably done anything either.
Well, to speak on before Cody's point with Sam Bennett, I was told Luke Shen and all those other guys, Noel Chardy, they were going to do something. It
starts with Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares.
Not anymore. It doesn't start with Marner. But I get your
point. What about Morgan Riley?
Morgan Riley's a guy that has been atrocious.
He went off more on Ridley Gregg slapping a slap shot into an empty net than Austin Matthews getting his MCL torn.
Now Morgan Riley's saying he didn't see it, but he should have done more. But he's saying that because of what probably Craig Berube told the guys in the room. That's not how he felt.
I do think, for example, if I could just speak on the tenacity or everything, the culture. I think the culture part, the identity part, the adversity part has been very manufactured because Florida's been the blueprint for that. Thank you, Ryan. I feel this idea of you need to face adversity, this, that, the other thing. This other stuff.
Barkey with the $4.99.
Sasha Barkey, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do we know who Sasha Barkey is? You got to reach out to us, Sasha Barkey. Nick, Cody?
I have no clue.
We appreciate you, Sasha Barkey, though. We love anything Barkov. We're Barkov truthers.
What's it called? I think this idea that they got to face adversity, this identity needs to be a tough identity, and all this other stuff, the culture. They're trying to copy Florida, and I feel that it hasn't actually been beneficial for them. It's been more manufactured than anything. I think when Paul Maurice came in the room, he's like, yeah, Tampa did their thing, but we got to adapt to a style of play. And when we're down in these games, we have to do it. We're not chasing somebody. We have to get our standard higher. And I think what Toronto's tried to do is just chase Florida, and they haven't really cultivated their own culture. They've just been copying some of what Florida has or their identity.
Let me give Tampa credit because I don't think that's manufactured. I don't think
Tampa's is manufactured either. But what are the Toronto Maple Leafs? The light Florida Panthers? Like Florida Panthers light?
The Die Hard with the 2-month membership here.
Thank you, Die Hard.
We appreciate
you guys will notice a different emoji on your screen for the new members, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year, I believe. So you'll have different emojis on the screen. Thank you there. Diehard, appreciate that a lot. But do you guys remember back, Cody mentioned the name Ryan Reeves. Remember him at the golf course when he was signed with the Toronto?
That wouldn't have happened if I was there,
He
right?
said, what happened when I was there, and we'll talk about Ratko Goose. The problem was Ratko Goose wasn't coming back to Florida. He already had moved on to Anaheim, right?
Yeah,
But the series was over at that point. The series was over at that point.
It's over.
Look,
And Ryan Reeves wouldn't have been in the lineup, probably.
Yeah,
He wasn't playing. He wasn't on the team.
But the issue is just like, and I was going to get back to this point earlier, like where I said Panthers, Barkov, Jones. The Leafs have broken down because they lost Chris Tanev.
Yes, that's the big one. It seems to be.
Like, there's
the thread in the sweater, Cody, just unraveled with Chris Tanev.
There's no way Chris Tanev meant this damn much.
He was really good last
team.
Nick, you're with
me. But
right?
He's a really damn good defenseman.
Everything.
To speak to Cody's point, I think the way the defense is constructed, they don't have a high-end starter in net.
And they got fluke goaltending last year from Stolarz. That's the other thing.
The depth up front is questionable, and it has been for years. But I think on the back end, one of the parts that most improved, along with their style of play, very much was held together by one piece with Tanev. And I think it kind of speaks to how poorly constructed the D-core was. Like, I'm not here to shit on Jake McCabe and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. They're fine players, right? But those are number 4 defensemen, and they're playing in those 2-3 roles for Toronto over the last 2 years. I mean,
Carlo and Riley have had.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just think it's a collection of number 3 and 4 defensemen. I don't think, and when you take a look at Morgan Riley, he's been atrocious. I mean, one of the worst contracts in the NHL. Yeah. Brandon Carlo, Jake McCabe, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, they've played well at times. They've also played bad at times. But
Carlo's not going to get the heat off him because it's a first-round pick, and it's Fraser Mitten that's tearing it up.
Kirby, the only guy you could even argue is a genuine top pair guy was Chris Tanev, and he's not there. So what do you have on the back end? You have a bunch of number 4, number 3 defensemen playing what they need to do, and it's not going to go over well. I don't think their blue line has ever been constructed properly. I think
this was the closest they got last year, though.
Yeah, it's a 1-year fix, and now look, it's probably worse than before, you could argue.
Yeah, but the thing is just like Carlo, before he got straight to Toronto, was a solid number 2 defenseman. He's never played good the minute he put on the Maple Leaf for some reason. Well, I don't know why it's happened. He's like, McCabe has been pretty solid for them until he forgot how to play hockey this year. Benoit's just basically a 6 at this point. Tanev, like, should not have been, was probably the duct tape around this defense. Morgan Riley can't play up to his contract anymore. OEL has been the best defenseman, or Troy frickin' Stetcher has been their best defenseman this year.
Yeah, Stetcher.
I
just want to jump in, guys, because we're jumping around a little bit. Can we get to this comment on the screen here from Neri? Is it fake outrage a bit? Because what if this was our guy Barkov? What if this was, back in the day, Steven Stamkos? I don't think this was a great.
I don't think this is fake outrage. I think the Leaf fans are. This is not fake outrage. I think this is a lot of the anger the Leaf fans have felt the entire year.
Pent up outrage, Cody?
It's just pent up because season hasn't gone well. They were trying to make another cup push or whatever. And this is just everything exploding at a point. And look,
you're their own guy. Like, fans are going to get mad at Leaf fans or the media. They're mad at themselves. So it's like, you guys can jump on and pile on and make fun of them if you hate the Leafs. That's fine. Do what you want. I'm not going to tell you how to fan. But like, they're mad at themselves internally.
This is a team with no vision that has tried to copy not just a blueprint of roster construction. They try to copy identity and culture, and you can't do that.
Well, they tried to
focus on yourself.
They tried to do it, Nick, with the GM and the coach. But do you blame them, or is it the players again?
I'm not a huge fan of Brad Treliving. I'm going to be honest with you. I never have been. I mean, look, Craig Berube, I think, is a damn good hockey coach. I still do believe that. You don't do what he did last year with that team. Nobody's done more with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the last however many years than Craig Berube, right?
You got to go back to Pat Quinn or something?
Yeah, and look, you look at the amount of
he has on Sheldon Keefe is maybe the division title.
Right? So it's like...
It wasn't Mike Babcock.
And beat a better opponent in the first round.
At the end of the day, the onus is on the players to get the job done, to go through adversity, to commit to a specific plan, and I think they did that for a short period of time.
I just want to say good point here by Jose. I'm not going to say for myself every game, but when you look at the grander picture, the big picture, we can be proud to be Panther fans. And Nick, I wouldn't say that just because of the 2 Stanley.
No, I mean, look, when you take a look at the season, you take a look at the season for Florida, how they battled to stay in the playoff race, they fell off for a bit. Now they're fighting back a little bit. I mean, this isn't a team that's quitting, right? It's a team that's hurt. It's a team that's shorthanded. It's a team that, really has played the most hockey of any team in the last 4 or 5 years. And look, I mean, when you look at what Florida has gone through over the past numerous years, including this year, Kirby, I don't look at the team most nights and be like, this is a compete issue. This is an effort issue. Like they are giving up, or Paul Maurice they've lost his message. I don't think that's the case.
Ray Ferraro has said it best. The Florida Panthers may be the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions, but this is not the 2-time Stanley Cup defending team. It's not. You're missing Sasha Barkov. You're missing Seth Jones. You're missing Matthew Tkachuk. Those are 3 of the most integral parts of this team, and I can't say anymore. Sergei Bobrovsky having a bad year. Those are the 4 pillars right there.
And they were right there, Cody. I mean, different points in the year, right after the Winter Classic, right after they won that 3rd straight game in Chicago, there were points in time where they had held on, and at a certain point, the health, it just took a turn for the worse.
Marchand getting hurt, and then Reinhart having that soft tissue thing pop up.
And that week and a half before, where we were at 5 tied games in the 3rd period, it just went all wrong. And again, I mean, it's a tough year. We were right there. But you got to, I think, give some credit to the coaching staff and, to the players. It's not an easy situation. And, I think to me, when you look at where Toronto, the fall off, right, it's like, okay, I don't think this is just a personnel issue. I do think that's partly it.
I think it is a big personnel issue.
But the problem is, does that get solved in the offseason, number one? And number two, what are the other issues with this team? I mean, I don't see the identity. I don't see the vision. I don't know what they're going to do on the back end. I mean, that to me is the biggest question. Does Chris Tanev ever play an NHL game again? He's on the 2nd year of a 6-year contract.
The questions I have about Brad Marchand, myself going into next year, Tanev, that's even on a different level.
Correct. Because I don't think he'll ever play a game again. And then you're pinned down with Morgan Riley's contract. You're not really going to be able to move.
They have to move him this summer, though. They have to.
But if he doesn't want to move, what are they going to do?
I guess. But if he's not going to go to them at this point and ask for a fresh start, you could think he would have to. Like, you really do.
But here's the thing. Does Morgan Riley want to leave? Because there's 3 letters that we all know very well. N, M, and C. So,
yeah.
It's
but it gets to the point where the team can force you out of that too, Cody.
Yeah. I think they probably got to come to a mutual agreement, whether if it's Tree Living making decisions or not. I believe it will be, because this Leafs ownership group has shown that they don't feel the need to move on from proven general managers. It took a while for them to move off Lou Lamoriello. It took them a while to move off Kyle Dubas, and I think it's going to take them second to move off Tree Living.
I don't think he's gone this summer. But the question
they have a new guy at the
I do have a question. Do you think, what are the percentage chances they buy out Morgan Riley this summer?
0.
12% or something, pretty low.
Let me do it.
You've got value somewhere, but you might have to retain or be creative. You have to take back maybe an anchor contract back.
Like, hold up. I have puck pulled up. Just give me a moment here. I'll see what his buyout looks like.
No, I don't.
Oh, sorry there, Nick.
I'm not. If we were healthy, we'd be the favorite this year. I think we'd be able to beat Tampa. Go look at last year. We were underdogs in that series, and
in our second segment, you guys are going to see some numbers. You're going to be.
I mean, again, I don't know how you can't draw conclusions. They're too physical for us, or we're worried about next year. We haven't seen our team. Literally, the team that
I'm going to change my answer to about 20%.
Okay.
This buyout.
I'm not worried at all for next year.
Actually, it's not that bad
based off this year, in my opinion.
How many years Riley has left?
4 more. Well, this is the buyout. So it's 3.5 for 4 years and then $2 million for 4 years.
I think you do it. I mean,
like, I don't think this is a crazy buyout here, Kirby, if I'm not mistaken here.
What's the numbers there?
3.5 for 4 years and $2 million for that after 4 years.
especially with how much the cap's rising, I think you go and do it.
The cap's rising, good point. And you're not going to get a lot of free agents adding onto your cap next year. But you also have to look at, aren't they trying to contend going into next year?
I think that's why they're going to throw every dollar and cent they have at Alex Tuck.
And you need to move the guy out to get someone else to fully retain Riley, but you might bring someone on that is someone else's kind of trash as well.
Well, here's the other thing, right? They don't have first-round picks, really. They don't have their own first-round picks for the next 2 years, I don't think.
It gets rolled over if
top
they
5.
keep
it's
the
top
pick
5.
If they get the pick this year in the top 5, it rolls over where they don't get their next 2. It's something to that accord. So it all depends on what happens with this pick that they have only top 5 protected, which isn't good. But, Matthews goes down now, so we're going to talk about here in the following weeks. Maybe the Toronto Maple Leafs do have a legitimate shot at bottoming out here and being bottom 5. I think they're one of the worst 3 to 5 teams in the league right now.
Well, they came back and won against the Anaheim Ducks, and they're tied 2-2 in the third period against the Buffalo Sabres.
They're doing the reverse of what they were doing by losing.
And Joseph Wall, 29 saves right now.
So,
yeah. Well, that's interesting. Gentlemen, do we want to go to a break here, Cody, or segment 2?
Yeah, let's go take a quick ad break here as we move on to our future topics. Stay tuned after the ad break. We will have the Brad Marchand contest winner revealed. So stay tuned from that. But as we take a short break here, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Caneswear.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? Caneswear in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. Caneswear has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
And let's hear another word from other sponsor, Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA, bringing a competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all 3 zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock is ticking. Let's go for McKenna. Reach out now at BeckSellsFLA.com.
Thank you, Cody. Just want to let everyone know, subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment on the videos, helps with their algorithms, purchase a super chat donation anytime. Appreciate all the super chat donations coming in tonight on NHL After Dark. We always have a little bit smaller, intimate audience with us here, but you guys really contributing here tonight really means the world to us, so thank you very much. You can buy a membership at any time, gold, silver, bronze. Make sure you're on your desktop version for that, and you can join the channel on our homepage here. You can upgrade your membership at any time, which we'll talk about here in 1 second with another current contest we have going on. You can gift a membership. Appreciate Die Hard been doing that lately. RC, shout out to you guys, and access to many other great perks. Before we do get to the contest winner here, gentlemen, I do want to notify everyone of our current contest that is running here for the next couple of weeks here, and I'm just going to put it up on the screen. This is for gold members only. Signed Nick Bukestad extra large military jersey. Please thumbs up 5 to 10 of our videos. You don't have to screenshot and send it in to me. We just appreciate you guys doing that. And again, it's courtesy of JC here, Florida Panthers fan Dan. So make sure to thank him in the chat. He's here quite often, and great donation from him here to our community. And gentlemen, we will get to the contest winner here. Congratulations. What's that, Cody?
Who is it?
Congratulations goes out to MJK Warch. Appreciate it. Matthew out there, congratulations on the contest win here. I know he won one of our contests over the summer. So congratulations again to Matthew there. We're going to have more stuff ahead, right, Nick?
Yeah. So congratulations to Matthew there. And also special thank you to Andrew Hoffman and the Hobby Card Show for courtesy of this photo and this giveaway, courtesy of them. Hobby Card Show for the final time again. coming to the Broward Convention Center August 15th through 16th. So it's a great event. Make sure to check it out. And congratulations, Matthew.
Yes, thank you so much. And all you guys, all the members out there. Cody?
But stay tuned for any future contests here. But boys, what is next up on the docket right here?
We got next up here, NHL playoff race. And I know, Nick, you're going to share some of the things that Cody and I were talking a little bit off air. And Nick, you and I were talking about a little bit too. We can go so many ways here. What's going on out west? What's going on out east here? So, gentlemen, Nick, do you want to just break it for us a little bit? Where you want to
so kind of what the photo is showing here is that nobody in the Pacific Division would be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. The Boston Bruins, the 8th seed, which is now the 7th seed. So the Detroit Red Wings, 79 points, are about to probably lose against the Dallas Stars, will be at 79 points. They would actually be leading the Pacific Division. So the 8th seed would be leading the division. Columbus Blue Jackets, who are out on the outside looking in, would also be leading the Pacific Division. And to give you some even more context here, the Florida Panthers would be in the playoffs as the 8th seed if they were in the Western Conference. So to kind of give you a look at the disparity there.
Just to jump in very quick, Nick, I think Philadelphia would also be in a playoff spot out west. Columbus and
pretty much every team in the Eastern Conference except Toronto, New Jersey, and the New York Rangers. So
here's
even Philadelphia, Cody.
This is full circle because remember in the early 2010s, the West was really dominant.
Yes, you're talking Joe Thornton, Ryan Getzlaf.
Joe Thornton, Sharks, Getzlaf, Ducks, Kane Taves, Blackhawks.
Were Detroit still there? Or did they move out to the east?
They moved out east in 2014.
Okay, so they're still there.
So they were still there. So,
or was that 2011?
No, 2014 because 2011-12 was when the Panthers won the Southeast Division.
Okay.
12-13 was the first year of the Jets.
And if I'm not mistaken, Detroit came over to the Atlantic Division when Florida moved from the Southeast to the Atlantic.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and because
great, Detroit's joining our division, our new division now. Oh, joy.
And we've owned them ever since. But
not right away, but pretty much.
but remember, we had the 1 year with the Jets in the Southeast.
Yes.
And the West was extremely dominant then. I mean, all the California teams, really, LA.
Oh, they were cooking then, right?
San Jose, all were really good. Chicago was really good. Detroit was really good. Nashville at points was really good. Like St. Louis was always in that mix as well.
You had one of Vancouver, Edmonton, or Calgary in there at times.
It was more probably Vancouver then.
Vancouver, okay.
Because that's the decade of darkness for Edmonton.
For Edmonton.
And Calgary was they
were sneaky with a couple divisions.
Calgary was every other year.
Yeah.
But this disparity is absolutely ridiculous. Like the Minnesota Wild, they're currently third in the Central. Separated by 9 points from first place. They have 88 points currently. They would be leading the Pacific Division by 13 points.
Oh.
Well, does that
thank you so much to RC there?
Yes. Does that say how good the rest of the league is, or just how bad the Pacific?
It's how bad the Pacific is. I mean, Vegas has been god awful. Like that's been the most under-talked about thing. Rasmus Anderson's been god awful since getting there. Oh my goodness, who would have thought of that?
And he's supposed to be there in Vegas to play with Hannafin, who he played with.
And they've been garbage.
Well, another team, the Edmonton Oilers, I was looking at this right now, overall standings, by point, the Florida Panthers are 4 points behind the Edmonton Oilers. They have 2 games in hand.
And guys, and let me ask you something.
The games in hand are, also the Blues there, Fernando.
Let me ask you all something, because I can't believe this stat here, but I'm going to ask you guys this. How many hits do you think Shea Theodore has this season?
Because you're asking 8.
18. I saw some number a while back.
I'm just going to put this down for a second. Put the banner down while I reveal this number. He has 1 hit.
To this date.
1 hit.
Yeah. I don't think that was happening in the old Vegas system.
No, I don't think so.
1.
We're talking about those garbage.
How come they didn't play like that against us?
I wonder how many times the final
hit he has.
Well, look. I mean,
what conference is harder to play in, Nick?
Well, the Eastern Conference, I think, is a little bit more wide open, to be honest with you. I think the teams, if you look at these 8 teams, there's probably only 2, maybe 3 if you count Buffalo, that legitimately can go on a cup run, where if I'm looking at the Western Conference, right?
There's what,
But what's
3?
more physical brand of hockey? The more physical brand of hockey is in the East.
In the East.
Yes.
The better
Correct.
goaltendings in the East.
Better goaltending in the East.
Better goal scoring in the East.
Yeah.
Now
Now they're
coaching East.
probably.
Center depth, East.
Center depth. Yeah.
The
But
only
I
thing,
also do want to take a look here. If we
The only
look-
thing, what Cody was
the only thing they have on the East is probably defense, and that's because they have McCarr and Hughes, top two,
two guys.
and Heiskanen, that's 3.
Yeah. If we take a look here at the playoff race, kind of just going through it, the top 3 in the Atlantic Division: Buffalo, Tampa, Montreal. Tampa just lost to the Carolina Hurricanes. I think Montreal is down 3-2. Yep.
Yes, to San Jose, about 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to go. They're down 3-2 to San Jose. They're currently 3rd. Buffalo's number 1. They are going to overtime against the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the Metropolitan, you have Carolina, who just defeated the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are currently down 2-0 to the Utah Mammoth in the first, and the New York Islanders, who all of a sudden, you're taking a look there.
Yeah.
They have 81 points.
Do they have a path for the Eastern Conference Final if they upset Carolina in the second round? And they're in
If Sorokin plays like he can,
Right?
then
Yeah,
yes.
like plays a tight series, 2-1, 1-0 hockey. Yeah. I think Schaefer comes up with the big moments where the Carolina Hurricanes cannot. Like, I could see a path where the Islanders can make it. Diehard says here, Blue Jackets 3 points behind Boston. The Blue Jackets are my team this year.
They're
jumping
2
on that.
points. They're 2 points behind the Detroit Red Wings. And
Who's
Detroit
more ready for the playoffs, Nick? The Blue Jackets or the Red Wings? Look at how that.
the Blue
that-
Well, it's
Jackets.
currently constructed, the Blue Jackets. The Red Wings don't have their top 2 centers.
You take a look, Detroit,
Columbus on the blue
they're at 79 points. They're about to be at 67 games played. They would have 2 games. The teams that would have at least a game in hand of them would actually be 2 games in hand. Columbus Blue Jackets, the Ottawa Senators, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Florida Panthers. Florida would be 10 points behind Detroit with 2 games in hand. Blue Jackets would be 2 points behind the Red Wings if they lost this game against Dallas with 2 games in hand. Ottawa would be 4 points with 2 games in hand. Philadelphia would be 6 points back with 2 games in hand. So, I mean, you're taking a look.
And the Panthers would be 10 points back with 2 games in hand.
Yes, 10 points back with 2 games in hand. So you never know how things can turn out, right? I'm not going to sit here and say whatever, but
And I just want to say on Fernando, I know it's off topic, but San Jose actually getting into a wild card position or spot, that's pretty big for them.
well, yeah, I think it'd be better than a team like the Kings. And they
Yeah,
actually,
I think we've
games
been, I think
they're-
we've been envisioning.
well,
they're
the
a
Kings
point
just
back.
lost to New Jersey.
And
Jersey
San Jose up 3-2 late versus the Montreal Canadiens.
So with a win, San Jose would jump into a playoff spot and still have 2 games in hand of the LA Kings.
The games in hand are starting to come key right now. A lot of teams only have 1 or 2, but these are crucial.
Look, 2 is 4 points right there. And
I know this is a little odd, but the St. Louis Blues are all of a sudden they're 5 points back
Yeah, Fernando was just saying
of a
that.
playoff.
that is
spot.
how trash the Western Conference is right
and
there.
their
That
next
is
3
how
games,
garbage that is.
And their next 3 games: Winnipeg, Calgary, Washington.
I thought you were going to say Vancouver there. That's something.
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Oh, no, Vancouver. You are
Vancouver.
right. My mistake.
Okay.
That's their next 3 games. And you take a look. They come up. They're playing the Sharks here soon. The Sharks
And they
will
only
play
traded Falk, right?
right. And
No, they traded Shen too.
Shen.
Oh, Shen, sorry, it's my
But
fault.
then meanwhile,
all.
the Sharks are going to play the Senators, the Oilers, and the Sabres. And then next week they'll play the Blues at some point. So you take a look there. It's like
Are they going on the road here or home?
the Sharks or the
No, the Blues.
Blues are going on the road.
Oh, up to
And-
Western Canada.
Yeah.
And somehow the Anaheim Ducks are first in the Pacific Division with a negative goal differential.
And they were the only team, Cody, when they were once upon leading the division, or right there, the only team that had a winning record.
And it's not like, oh, it's like 2 games. It's like -2. It's -11, which is like.
That starts to get, when you get above 12, 15, that's
And,
the difference.
and the Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings have Vegas has 14 overtime losses. Freaking LA has 15.
And and a team. I will have to look at overtime losses down the stretch here. But if Columbus does end up missing the playoff spots, I know Detroit's dealing with the injuries in the East right now, but they are only 10-11 in overtime here. Just recently losing to the Panthers, so they're going to be haunted by giving away those overtime games. Some of these teams, man, they're losing these overtime games, getting the loser point, but not great.
That's what we needed. And you know, it's the sad
thing. We can't fucking buy in overtime. Boston goes in overtime like it's nothing. We
couldn't get into overtime there for a while.
And here's the thing. We're good in overtime for some reason. We're actually good when we get there.
Yeah.
Like it's just so
frustrating. This is true on the tank part here from Cinema. Like the Blues wrecking their tank here. I don't know if the Rangers are ultimately going to wreck their tank here, but they might.
The Blues really wrecking their tank? I mean,
everybody's wrecking their tank. The only team not wrecking it is Vancouver. Right?
And Calgary.
But
here's the thing. Here's the funniest thing. St. Louis doesn't even have the tank. Detroit's probably doing it for them because the first round pick Detroit sent over to St. Louis, you know what that is? It's unprotected. So,
well, that we know of. That we know of.
As far as we know. As far as we know. And
we're not even eligible for Tankathon soon here if we keep winning.
We got to be for the content.
We accidentally won 3 games in a row. You're not going to change my mind about that.
We play Seattle tomorrow.
Optimistic Panther fans join us for the live stream on Sunday night here.
We know Kirby's going to be cheering for Money Montour for more than one reason tomorrow.
That's not why I'm doing the live stream. We have a night available. It's late. Everyone wants to go to bed after. It's an hour and a half later on a Sunday night. So I thought, let's do the.
Are we doing a live game stream?
Yeah, because it's a late game, Cody. It's 8 p.m. start, right?
You're going to see how indifferent I feel about the Panthers. Just going to be like, oh, we scored. Sweet.
We'll talk about anything the chat wants. Just talk about hockey related.
Kirby's going to cheer when Montour scores.
No, we'll break it down on the NHL Edge.
No, when Ekblad walks them and goes toe drag bar down.
I was worried the other night that Cody didn't want to do the NHL Edge breakdown, Mason Marchman, but he had an emergency, and then he came in and we broke it down. But he kind of turned it into something else other than the Mason.
Well, AJ Greer just went up there.
It was brilliant.
Brilliant. It was a good play by Marchman, but that goal doesn't happen if AJ Greer isn't like an absolute buffoon and just floats to the middle of the ice for no reason.
This is how I'll rank it, and Cody will like this because I'm not being biased here, not hating. Marchman, clear number 1, clear number 2, Greer, and a bit of a distant third. Ekblad didn't like what he did at the end of the play.
But he couldn't have stopped the shot.
No, but when you go down,
there's also a goal that Bob really should have had. I mean, come on.
Yeah, okay, Bob in with Ekblad.
I think Bob's above Ekblad, really.
Cody shows the edge thing, Nick. I don't know if you caught it. He shows, look at who comes out to celebrate with Bob first, Ekblad. Like, get out of here. I'm like,
speaking of Bob, since the break, played 4 games. He's 2-2. He's got a .915 save percentage coming out of the Olympic break. He's looked really good. Really good.
I mean, also, like, because I still haven't pulled up here. I mean, look at AJ Greer on this play. I'm sorry. Number 10 right here.
Are we on After Dark?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I'm sorry.
He wants to come on and challenge you on this play, Cody, I believe.
About what?
He wants to break it down with.
Ekblad skating right to the bench.
I can't blame Sabrango on this, Nick, because he's coming off the.
Isn't there too many men at a certain point?
No, Sabrango's just coming back and up.
Turn around and everybody goes back to the bench.
Nick, you were there live.
Yeah, I saw it developing.
So could you tell me what AJ Greer was trying to do?
I couldn't tell you what we were trying to do for 40 minutes there, and then we decided playing in the third. We thought we were all good. We thought, okay, we're going to jump back into the top 10, and then Bennett scores. I'm like, okay, and then we start playing, and then we get a power play, and we won. So I don't know what we're doing, but now we couldn't find a way to get a point. Now that's all we're doing is getting points. And not only are we not getting to overtime, we're actually winning. In regulation, Detroit, and then you get to overtime against Columbus. So
Fernando, I did see this record online, you guys. I have seen this, so that's the new narrative right now.
We're also 2-0 since Brad Marchand came out of the
lineup. We'll count what it's like when Reinhardt's out of the lineup on this Western trip here. So right now,
we sat for Hakey for ruining the tank, and then we still won the next game.
And then we're sitting Reinhardt now. You're noticing a trend. The game-winning goals. The next game they get sat.
And Reinhardt didn't even seem happy when he scored it. Like he just
did not give a fuck.
He was like, fuck, we scored. All right.
He's like, thank God.
No, he didn't even congratulate Benning on getting his first NHL point. None of that. Like
he looked like, thank God I don't have to go to Western Canada this year.
He's from Western Canada too.
Hey, you don't want to travel
Celebrini
anyway.
just scored. This might be the hat trick.
It's 4-2, yeah.
Hat trick?
So
No,
the
that was
Sharks
the
going to win
second.
that game.
Oh, I thought he had 2 earlier.
No, that was the second.
Buffalo Toronto's going to a shootout now.
No, Toronto's not going to be happy tonight. Our boy Zach Phillips. He tweeted something out about the tank, but I didn't.
But
check.
speaking about
Yep.
the playoff race, there's been a lot of games decided in this playoff race by controversial calls. One that's actually personally affected the Florida Panthers, goaltender interference, another questionable call here today, the Ottawa Senators, Anaheim Ducks.
I'm
We're all
sorry.
gonna
Like,
take a look at that. That was called goaltender interference, I believe.
no, it wasn't. It
wasn't?
They allowed
Okay.
that goal.
Okay.
They allowed it.
Even the Sens broadcast was like, "Wow, they allowed that."
They're like, this one's going to get called.
Okay,
back.
so I'll describe the play because we only have the picture, and due to copyright reasons, we can't show the full video of it. But Tip Sousa legitimately kicks the skate of who is this?
Ville Husso.
Oh, that's where Husso is now. Oh, nice.
Yep.
He legit kicks Husso's skate. I'm not even lying to you. He legit kicks it.
Husso's in the blue paint, Cody.
His skate's in the blue.
Even the other skate.
And I don't know.
Do they know what the rule is at this point? Because
I don't think
this
they
is
care.
interfering with the goalie here, you guys.
we're reaching the point of goaltender interference. Is remember those 2 years after the Dez catch or whatever.
Don't talk to
what
me
is
about
the catch? He
We're
had
getting
that
to
catch.
that.
I remember Jesse James versus the Patriots when he stuck the ball over the goal line.
Yeah.
It's reaching those levels. We don't even know what the hell GI is anymore.
Right. Yeah,
I
mean,
said this earlier, Nick, 2-3 weeks ago. The league needs to decide to have GM meetings on this.
Well,
well, yeah, I mean, there's no
shout
question.
out to Die Hard for the
Thank you,
5.
Die
Die Hard.
Appreciate it so much, Die Hard. Hope you're with us here tomorrow night on Sunday night. I know it'll be late, Die Hard. Die Hard, are you going to bed for the Western Canadian games here? They're going to be quite late. 8:30 start times. I think most of them are sorry. I think most of them are 10 p.m. start times, not 10:30. Getting my time zones mixed up there. But let us know there, Die Hard, in the chat. We'll be here on the post-game shows, gentlemen, for most likely Edmonton and Vancouver. Calgary, you guys will have to decide on that.
That's going to be like fucking playoffs times, right?
The Flames game is going to, Panthers game is going to be.
No, freaking remember we would do spaces and then we come on here at midnight?
No, just on YouTube. We're not going to be.
Cody, you glad we get a break?
Yes,
that's the one positive of missing.
I'm not gonna lie, we love you guys, but those playoff games.
Well, it's stressful, right? And then we're doing all those long hours, so the stress doesn't help the long hours this summer or this spring, I should say. Will be not with probably the emotions.
We do love it, and
we're not doing that again.
Interacting with everybody, but being up and stressing, and then you're pissed off about a game, and then being up till 2 a.m. talking about the said game you're pissed off about.
No.
Well, I'll be here because I'm 2 hours earlier. I'll be here regardless.
Here's the shitty thing. When we blew that 3-0 lead to Edmonton,
that pissed me off.
And because that was first overtime, so we had spaces and then we went on.
Yeah, I was doing the spaces, then coming on with you guys. I was spent. I was cooked. That Toronto series. I think we had a lot of callers in the Toronto series.
That's one of those games where you just don't go on Twitter and you don't want to see anything.
Oh, I wasn't even looking because I was so busy.
I just want to point out something. Every time I went out of town during the playoff run, shit hit the fan. It was each time because in the 24 Cup, I went to Detroit for a couple days, and then we lose games 2 and 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I said that was going to have to be crazy.
And past that, if you know, you know. And in 25, I go to South Carolina for a couple days. We lose games 1 and 2 versus Toronto.
You've been out of town all year this season? Fuck.
I mean,
Cody, I wasn't panicking, but I will say we needed to fix our rush defense. And I'll stand on that.
Kirby, I think Cody's been out of town the whole season based off those results.
We'll have to add the result. We'll have to see what your guys' results are on the post-game shows. Cody's going to be holding
Buffalo wins.
Thursday nights, and Nick will be holding down Tuesday nights with me in a way. So we will be here. You guys got to make sure to check in with our schedules here. If your members are not members, we will post it on YouTube. Make sure you guys are also added to our group chats. If you are on X or Instagram and you are a member of the channel here, reach out to me. You guys know where to reach out to, so I'll put it on the bottom screen. Make sure to drop Big C's a follow as well. Busy guy this weekend here. He's going to be back with us for the live streams, and I'm pretty sure we'll be collabing with us on Hobby Card Show. He actually met up with AJ Greer. Make sure to check out his vlog there. There it is at the bottom.
What's low-key kind of hilarious is I have a little trivia question for you two.
Trivia, okay. We might be doing that in the summertime with the members, by the way. So
I know, but they wouldn't get this question at all.
No, don't put down the members like that. We don't know.
I'm not putting them down. Like,
we don't know. I'll speak on Adonis. We don't know what Adonis's trivia game is like.
Okay, let's see this. All right. If for those in the chat, if you know this answer, comment right here.
Yeah, and then give it to Cody if you get it right.
As we know, Connor McDavid had a hell of a junior career with the Erie Otters, I believe it was.
Yes.
So, and he went to the J. Ross Robertson Cup final in his last year in the CHL in 2014-15, falling to the Oshawa Generals. What former Panthers goaltender backstopped the Oshawa Generals into beating Connor McDavid, even stopping him on a big breakaway chance?
Well, I know the captain, Nick. It was Josh Brown. We talked about this the other night.
How old is Connor McDavid?
29, 28?
Former Panther goalie?
Yes, he has played a game for the Panthers.
In the last 5 years?
Yes, everyone
Give the chat
knows.
a little bit here, Nick. Give the chat
Everyone will know the goalie's name when I say it because he is infamous for a game.
He's infamous for a game. It can't be. It's not JoJo, Nick.
It's not JoJo. No.
Is it Hari Sateri?
No, it's not Harry Sateri.
Let's think about this one. Talk about this.
He is not a Kirby guy. I'll just say
It's
that.
not Alex Lyon. Alex Lyon's older.
Adonis said 29. I think he means McDavid. Adonis, I want to know what your trivia game is like. We play it every off season here.
Former Panther goalie. He played.
And he was McDavid's teammate.
No, he stopped McDavid. He was the Oshawa Generals goalie.
It's not Chris Trieger.
No, it's not Chris Trieger.
That's a decent guess. I think he's a little older.
I was going to guess Alex Lyon, but I feel that'd be too easy.
But the guy could be a couple years
Is
older.
it Alex Lyon?
No, it's not Alex Lyon. Alex Lyon, I believe, is NCAA.
Yeah, he was Northeastern, maybe. Or was that Levi? That was Levi.
I'm trying to think. It's not Vanacek.
I'm gonna have to give y'all like a really good. Like, I don't want to.
Played with the Panthers.
He's played a game with the Panthers.
A game.
Since Cito took over.
Yes. You will know his name when I tell you it.
I'm trying to think.
I'm looking at the chat because the chat might be ahead of us.
No, diehard. It's not Luongo. It's not Luongo. Luongo was about retired when this happened.
No, Luongo was, we're retired.
I'm trying to think. It's not Spencer Tite.
What's that? Our boy Parrish in the chat here, I think, asked.
Millennial? Let's see. Let me check.
I'm trying to think who played goalie for us each of these years.
But he's saying a game, Nick, like one game.
Like started a game?
Yeah, I actually did start that game, yeah.
What did he start? Like a game in April? Like end of the year?
I think in like early October, late September.
So this could be a guy that played with Reimer and Luongo, Nick?
I'm trying to think in the Zito era. The first year is void because that was it started.
He played 24 games with the Charlotte Checkers as well. Had a 9-10 save percentage.
How many games did he play for the Florida Panthers?
That doesn't help.
One that I know of that you guys will know when I say his name.
But you're sure? You look this up.
I know for a fact.
Okay, same for a fact, Nick. I just don't want to look it up.
I'm trying to think. Is there a guy that we've forgotten about?
If he didn't play a game,
he's not a Kirby guy. And Kirby's nickname for him is a restaurant.
It's not a Kirby guy.
We've talked about this guy?
He's infamous. He's infamous at this point.
We never had Nico.
We have the right answer to the chat. It's Ken Appleby.
Oh, give me a Freaking break.
No, he didn't play with us. He played in the preseason, right?
I said late September, early October.
He didn't play. I was thinking regular season, Nick. That's not
I'm
fair.
thinking like, who the fuck?
I hated him in the preseason.
I know. I said he's not a Kirby guy, and he's known
He
for
didn't
that.
play regular season. Nick, look it up. He didn't play regular
No,
season.
he never
didn't.
did.
I said late September, though. I thought y'all would have.
Thinking that. I was thinking regular season. I didn't hear you say late September. Appleby. He won Oshawa this series as a starting.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, jeez. Oh. I'll give Josh Brown more credit than Appleby, Nick.
Yeah.
That's wild. There we
When
go.
I saw it, I'm like, I
love this one. This one here. No, I don't think Ayers ever played for us. I was watching that game live.
But the game I'm talking about is, remember that Tampa Bay game where it was
Yes,
like
we all
5-4 after
remember
the
the
first?
Tampa Bay
Oh yes, I think it was in Orlando, I believe. We remember.
Yes. All those Orlando games are shit shows.
Yeah,
Like-
I love the Fight Fest one before we won
No,
Fight.
because we lost Ochari with the separated
Yeah,
shoulder.
freaking Maroon and all the guys running around like idiots.
Like,
I think Spencer Knight played in that game. He played quite well.
but shout out Merritt Walker, Ken Appleby.
There we go. There we go, Merritt.
You guys, your wheels were turning so hard. It was.
I
I
did not
think you
hear
meant
the
preseason.
September. I would not think preseason.
I wasn't thinking preseason. I'm thinking like there's 3 goalies that
I-
played
that's
for us
why I
one
kept
year.
The
emphasizing-
Checker thing didn't help me at all.
That's why I kept emphasizing a game.
Oh,
Like, I
Joe
kept-
Joe Thornton here on Hockey Night.
I kept emphasizing that. Like,
Like I
and-
was thinking at that point, not listening.
because I saw a highlight or something. I don't know. I was deep diving on YouTube.
There's
and I-
RC, yeah.
and I heard, oh, what a save by Appleby. I go, I'm like, no way that's who I think it is.
Oh, good.
And I looked it up and it was.
Led by Josh Brown and Ken Appleby.
What a team.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right, Diehard, in the preseason.
Yeah. Leave it to Panthers to be
Let-
McDavid. Anyway,
Anyways, we got March Madness. Cody's got to get the bracket going here. Let's go, Zach.
Right.
Cody's got to set it up. You guys in the members chat, we'll send that link out. I don't know, Nick, can we get a prize going for that?
Gonzaga.
Maybe?
Gonzaga.
Alvin Sampson, there we go.
I don't got any. Maybe
That was
Cody's
the
got
game
some.
of the year last year, the Houston Cougars and Gonzaga Bulldogs. That was from the press conference. Can we get any type of prize going, Nick?
I don't know anything March Madness. Maybe we could figure something out.
No, like a Panther prize. Do we got something in the goodie bag?
I'm sure we could talk about it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we'll see what we can do.
For the love of Ted DiBiase, right, Kirby?
There you go. Hitting the buttons.
Oh,
No
for
Goldie.
the love of Bobby Orr.
So Cody will be setting that up. Make sure Cody hit up the members.
And I'm
chat.
also setting up the trivia nights. That's just a little piece of.
Yeah, I'm going to help you with that. We're going to do that in the offseason. We got to figure out how to do it. I think it's head-to-head, Cody, when you do it on member shows. That's how we'll do it. But we'll try to get people maybe 2 at a time or even 4 at a time for those trivia games in the summer. So, guys, that'll be a lot of fun, too. We'll put maybe some prize or something on the line for that. That would be something.
Yeah.
We'll do it all summer long. We'll stretch it out, Cody.
Anyway,
Anything else, gentlemen? We're going to be back tomorrow. So I don't know, Cody. Are you going to be back? I'm not sure.
I'll probably be back. Let me check my work schedule real quick.
I think Caesar will be away, so Nick and I are planning to.
The game's at what, 8?
Yes, at 8. Seattle Kraken and Panthers started the first of 4-game road trip here, and we will be live.
No, that'll be good. I don't go.
Whoever wins the Panther game, Kraken game moves up a spot.
I don't go
and
until 10:30.
whoever loses the Panther Kraken game moves up a spot on the Tankathon rankings. So
I don't know if we're all tomorrow, but we'll have it on. Who are we going to have on? Well, we could do it tomorrow. Nick, you could do it tomorrow, actually. Who are we going to have on the Vancouver and Edmonton ones? We got to figure that out.
should I do it now?
No, not now. We'll wait till tomorrow.
I'll do it off air. Why not?
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's not pretty. I'll tell you that.
Tomorrow night, if we remember to do it, it will be Tankathon and night 4 because we didn't do it on the win night.
Calgary keeps getting the number 1 pick, so there you go, Kirby. You get a new arena and a new prospect.
Maybe you'll get all the bad spins all the way for tomorrow.
There you go.
Seattle Kraken in action tonight against the Canucks, so they got to go from Vancouver back home. Not a far travel. It's like a fair.
Not at all.
But I don't know. Panthers have a chance. You know?
Kirby,
So,
come on.
study the crap.
Right now, there's 8 minutes left in the Blue Jackets Flyers game. Kind of hope maybe the Flyers, if you want to make the playoffs, you're hoping for a Flyers win there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
In regulation, preferably.
Yeah, these games that are going to go.
I mean, again, gosh, if things go right, I mean, if everything goes right in the next 4 or 5 days, can something happen? Sure, but everything, and I mean everything's got to go right. So we'll see. For now, give me a T, give me an A, give me an N, give me a K. What does that spell?
I thought you were going to start.
This lineup we're putting out there sure seems like it.
Yeah, well, it keeps fucking winning, Cody. So,
well, I don't know if you guys have the tweet here quick before we do go off air, Nick, from Jameson. All of the lineup for the Panthers. Might as well, if you want to throw it up, we throw it up tomorrow too. The guys that are going to be traveling, the guys that aren't, the guys that are playing, the guys that aren't. It's kind of like I did not.
Oh wait, hold up! I got some prospect thing here, real quick.
Yes, Die Hard. I'm still booking the cruise.
Update.
Kirill Gerasimov with another shutout, most shutouts by a rookie in Charlotte Checkers history.
I said, give him 2-3 years. This could be the guy. Could be the guy. I'm gonna watch him very closely next summer in the prospect.
Hey, Kirby, we can watch him in the Calder Cup playoffs.
Well, we might be doing that too on nights that we're not on here. Oh, we'll try to get it.
Here are the full updates.
Hey, can we do a live stream Charlotte Game 7 or something? Can we do something like that?
Hell with it. Why not?
So Bennett won't play tomorrow.
We have the rights to do. Oh, we'll wait. Anyways,
Reinhardt's not traveling. Bennett's day-to-day. Expected to play on the trip. Verhaeghe and Lundell are back in tomorrow. Seth Jones to return on the trip. Hopeful that Balinskis plays on the trip. And Gona Gadvich is traveling, but not sure if he will play.
We've literally gotten like great scoreboard help for both the tank and playoffs the last 2 days.
And look at this lineup right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's not Sam Reinhart, folks. Just to let everybody know. That bottom six is. Oh my
gosh.
Volquest, you are still a Florida Panther.
Yep.
The line is going to call Lundell, Luster-Reinen, Kachuk.
If you showed me this freaking lineup at the beginning of the season, I would have been like, is this our normal March? I'm like, no.
Well, I would have said, well, finally, Benny's getting a shot here, but who's this Sabrango guy and these other characters?
Kirby's like,
Hinostroza. He missed. Why are there 2 Reinhardts?
Did they spell Reinhardt's name wrong?
That would be something like that. I was like, I don't think Jameson usually does that.
Why is Jones scratched? Like,
why is Barkov here? Is he sick?
Why does at NJL 1888 saying tank in the comments? I don't know. We'll find out.
Why did we get
Foley's on there, but Bob still got us.
We don't have to worry. Don't fear. Bob is here.
He's gonna have to gut us any chance he freaking gets right here.
Are we ready, sir? Are we ready for some Bobby McMahon hockey tomorrow night?
Oh, just so excited.
The Seattle team is fast, everyone.
Wait, Bobby McMahon got traded to it was Seattle that traded for him?
Yeah.
Yep. They're a very fast hockey team, Cody. I'd say top 5, top 8 in the NHL. Very fast.
But too bad they are like a bottom 5 skill team.
Well, there's some stuff there, but I think McMahon will help them and stuff. So we'll see how this goes tomorrow night. First game of the trip. We'll see. Awesome.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, signing off here for here tonight. Thank you for joining us here tonight. This has been another episode of Captain Rats NHL After Dark, presented by Caneswear and Jeremy Beckham. Shout out to MJK Warsh for the contest win. Be sure to DM Kirby the details and everything so we can get that prize sent out to you.
I can get a hold of him pretty easily, but yeah, he'll be good.
But ending off here for myself, Nick J. Levine, and Kirby Loophole, we say thank you. And as always, let's go, Cats.